not even showing up in my notifications.
Where you at, YouTube? Where you at?
There we go.
Where you at, YouTube? Don't hide. Don't hide. Time to come out of hiding. YouTube. Where you at, YouTube? Good morning or good night to some of you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get scared to come into this discussion. I know you're like, oh no, I don't feel safe coming into this situation. It's safe. I promise you, it's safe. It's safe to come into this conversation. It is safe. I'm not going to attack you. Cal's not going to attack you. Nope. Nobody's going to attack you to come into this conversation. But we need to talk about it because this is happening. It might not be happening at your school yet. It might not be happening to your daughter yet. But it's coming. And there's no stopping it unless we stop it. That's if we wanted to stop it. I don't know if we wanted to stop it or not. I don't know. Some of us got a problem, some of us don't. Some of us act like it don't exist, but it exists. And I'm going to show you all the receipts. I got receipts. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have PTSD, as you see. Mm-hmm. Yes, I got PTSD. Pretty tired of stupid Democrats.
Amen to that.
Now listen, I don't have look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really like the Republicans either. I don't. Really, I don't. Because there's too many rhinos.
Yeah, too many. That's for sure.
There's too many damn rhinos. But guess what? I got to pick a party that makes sense. Yes, just a little bit of sense. And Republicans make the most sense. Now you said, well, why don't you go be independent? Why would I do that? Why would I go waste my vote?
Yeah.
Why don't you join the Green Party?
Ha! You got to be kidding me.
They don't exist. They don't exist.
Yeah, they don't. All right.
Okay, for instance, if they existed, if the Independent Party existed or the Green Party existed, don't you think Trump would have been over there? If they had any type of power, don't you think he'd been over there? Come on, think about it. That's why he's not over there. They have no power. Trump would have been better at going with the independents or the Green Party, but they ain't got no power. No power. That's why I'm not over there either. So I'm Republican. Kyle.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about what happened yesterday with our ex-president?
I'm going to tell you what. I am so sick and tired of the politicization of our justice system to attack your opponent for number one, which only maybe amounts to like a speeding ticket. You've got people like Hillary Clinton and Obama. They all actually use use campaign funds to do what they did. Trump didn't use campaign funds. He didn't even use his own money.
He got his own money.
This porn star.
He's a damn billionaire. Why?
Stormy Daniels even come out and admitted there was no affair, that it was all made up. She got sued by Trump and lost.
Right.
I don't understand how this even is going to trial at all.
And Michael Cohen is where?
Michael Cohen, was he still in jail?
Yes.
The dude
for lying. He's in prison for lying.
Exactly. And he had his lawyer write up a letter asking Trump for the money back that he spent out of his own money to pay this woman off, which he didn't even need to do in the first place because she admitted she lied.
Ridiculous.
I don't understand how anybody could vote on a grand jury for this to go to trial.
Because they all woke.
They are woke.
They woke. But guess what? I'm wide awake.
Amen to that.
Wide awake. Hope some of y'all get awakened too. Hopefully.
There's even Democrats that are saying this is a bunch of BS.
Oh, they know they know this is over.
They got people that don't even like Trump that are saying this is BS.
This is dumb.
This is a waste of taxpayer money, and it's a waste of our time.
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
They're scared of it.
They gonna find out.
They're gonna F around and find out, and I hope he sues.
They're gonna find out. I can't wait. But ladies and gentlemen, for those that don't know what the hell we're talking about, if you know sleep under a rock, let's get into it. Look. This just came out. I'm gonna share this. This just came out. Let's get into it. Just came out today. Shit.
I was so damn mad last night.
Let me go ahead and.
Of course, I didn't find out until I was getting ready to go to bed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Just in CNN reports. Hold up. Can you see it, Kyle?
I can see it.
You see it? The CNN report?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
The Communist News Network.
Trump has been,
The Communist News Network.
Oh yeah. CNN reports Trump has been criminally indicted on whopping 34 counts. Whopping 34 counts. Sorry. CNN law enforcement analyst John Miller reported on Aaron Burnett that former President Donald Trump is criminally indicted on a whopping 34 counts. News broke on Thursday afternoon that Trump has been indicted by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's grand jury investigating the circumstances of payments to Stormy Daniels over a dag-on porn star. As the evening progressed, details were scarce, but trickled out slowly, including Miller's scoop that NYPD is mobilizing for Friday after weeks of Trump threats and incitement. On Thursday night's edition of CNN's Out Front, Miller broke more news when he told Burnett that that the indictment consists of 34 counts. John Miller, I'm told by sources that this is the 34 count of falsification of business records.
Whatever.
All right. Which is funny.
Whatever.
What you saying, man?
I said it's a bunch of BS.
Right.
Hey, where's all these news networks? Why aren't they screaming insurrection about all those people that went to the state capitol there in Tennessee and Kentucky and here in Texas and all that? Where are they screaming? Why aren't they screaming insurrection when they all were trying to disrupt their proceedings?
You know what? I'm going to tell you something on that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to read all this because this is garbage. But for those that have been sleeping under a rock, 34 counts of falsification on business documents. BS.
That's already been disproven, and I don't know why this is even going. Why is this even going to trial?
BS.
It just goes to show the bias that goes on.
Right.
It's hypocritical.
So there's people on YouTube right now giving out bad information. I'm not going to say who. You know who you are if you watch this video. Y'all are putting out that the LGBTQ community stormed the Capitol in Tennessee. That's not the case. It's not. Those that want more gun control are who stormed the Capitol in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only gun control you should have is make sure you hold it with both hands.
The only that, and lock your guns up. Lock them up. But unfortunately, the one that did the shooting this time was an adult. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So no trans, no trans, no. The LGBTQ did not storm the Capitol. But those that are out there reporting fake news or bad news, whatever called news, they did not storm the Capitol yesterday.
Nope. It's a bunch of uninformed idiots that don't know that you take away guns from law-abiding citizens, the only ones that are going to have them are the criminals.
Right.
You think you're going to get rid of every gun in this country? You think that for 1 second you're going to get rid of every gun in this country?
Impossible.
They made drugs against the law, and people still have those, right? You can't tell me that if you tried hard enough, you couldn't go find somebody selling cocaine or heroin or something like that.
Right.
So guns are going to be here. I don't care what kind of laws you put out. And what gets me is you've got idiots like that press secretary for Biden coming out saying that they need to have background checks and they need to end loopholes and all this. There are no loopholes when it comes to buying guns. I've been to gun shows and I've bought a gun at a gun show. They still have to check your background before they can sell to you, whether it's at a gun show or in a gun shop. There are no loopholes.
People need to get a mental examination too.
Yeah, and you know the same entity that they use at a gun show is the same entity that your government uses when they check your background. They can do it within minutes.
Right.
So all that BS that they keep telling you, and it's irresponsible for them to say assault weapon. Anything you can pick up and hurt somebody with is an assault weapon.
Assault weapon, right?
Okay. Tell me what is an assault rifle? And they think AR and AR-15 means assault rifle.
No.
That's not what it means.
No, it's not.
What is an assault weapon? And another thing is you think if they ban AR-15s, it's going to stop there?
They're using more than AR-15s now in the street.
Yeah. They say what?
They're making guns. They're putting enhancements on them, and I'm like, what is that?
And you got idiots that say, well, they're semi-automatic. You know, every freaking gun you pick up is a semi-automatic. I don't know of anybody that has a gun that you have to do all that, you know, packing and everything for one bullet.
Right.
You know, one with the barrel on it.
Right.
That's semi-automatic.
Right.
They don't know anything about guns.
No, they don't. They do not. But like you were saying before, anything that can harm you is an assault weapon.
Exactly.
Anything.
So I can assault you with my freaking phone if I wanted to.
Right.
I could use my microphone to hit you with. You know, they banned guns over in the UK. Huh? But they banned guns over in the UK. Long time ago they banned guns. But you know what is the number one thing they use over there to kill you with? A knife. So are they going to ban
I heard.
knives?
Right. I'm like, wow.
So I'm going to go on a campaign that we should ban all cars because, you know, people get killed by cars.
Yeah, I found that out actually last year, man. I was like, people are getting stabbed to death, and I was like, wow.
Nothing's going to stop you from killing someone or seriously hurting someone if you really want to. You will find some kind of weapon. My thing is, if somebody breaks into my house and you know my medical condition, it'd be very hard for me to fight back. I have to have something to protect myself.
Right, of course.
And you know what? They talk about the AR-15. You know, rifles are very, very seldom used when you have these mass shootings. Most of them are done with handguns.
Right.
So banning a rifle is not going to help anything.
Nope, sure isn't.
And then the idiot that we have in the White House right now, he says, Yeah, he says you shoot someone with the AR-15 and it explodes in your body. What?
I said,
Please,
what?
please. I'd like for you to find me that bullet because I'd like to use it.
He need to go back finish eating his ice cream. Go on back upstairs.
Yeah.
Go eat your ice cream. Go on back up.
And that fool has the nerve to joke around and laugh when they're asking him questions about that shooting there in Nashville. That's embarrassing. I can go on all day about this subject, brother.
When he got up there and he started talking about ice cream and how beautiful the children looked, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Man, even the news people had to
All right, I know.
move away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a break.
They had to move away from the
It was like, what is he doing? What is he talking about?
that guy.
This is not a comedy. It's not a comedy hour.
I'm so hopping mad today, man. I can't even think straight. They had to.
Is sad, man. This is sad. This is like one of the saddest days of America.
It seriously is. This day and age, we have totally gone insane, and I'm telling you, a lot of it has to do with the fact that many people in this country have turned their back on God.
Yeah. You can't even say God.
I know.
Can't say God. Can't talk about religion.
You know, God hasn't changed. The Bible hasn't changed.
No,
it's the people that have changed.
We did, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did.
And you know, another thing is you got these people come up and say, you know, that these Christians they need to read their Bible and know that God loves everyone. Yeah, you know what? God does love everyone, but He doesn't love the sin that you're doing.
Right.
You know, even Jesus rebuked people that were sinning. He wasn't spending his time at temple. He was down hanging around with the whores and thieves and all them, because they were the ones that needed to hear the message and get saved.
Right.
But that doesn't mean he was saying, well, you know, it's okay that you're a hooker, but you know, no. He's telling you ain't supposed to be sleeping around.
Right.
My love can save you. You know, you accept me and I can save you, but you need to turn away from your evil ways.
Right.
People forget that part of the message.
I don't even think people know what love means anymore.
No. And don't get me wrong, I don't have hate in my heart for anyone. I may dislike somebody quite a bit, but when it boils down to it, I'm gonna help my fellow man.
Of course. Right.
But I'm supposed to love the sinner, but I'm not supposed to love the sin.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, enough with the sad news. I'm
Let's
so
go
upset, but you know, I'm not going to shed no tears. I'm gonna let the system play its way out. I know Trump's going. He's going to. You know, this case is trash.
Yep.
It's trash. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the show. You see what the show is. Children, parents, and female athletes have to get used to a new normal. Are you prepared for it, ladies and gentlemen? Nope. You see what I put? It says drag queens and trans athletes, do they belong in school and sports? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into our story, I'm going to share some news. You probably didn't even hear about this because your news won't tell you about it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it right now. Let's see. Let me drag this on over here. Come on now. There we go. Let's see here. What does it say? It says, can you see it? Hold on. I don't think I said. Oh, I didn't. My fault. It's Friday. There you go. Girl straddled by drag queen sparks outrage at North Carolina school. Did your news talk about this story?
I didn't hear nothing about it.
I'm sure it did not. A drag queen straddled a girl during a race performance at a North Carolina community college, prompting the school to potentially revise its rules surrounding underage shows, according to officials. First of all, they don't belong in school. They belong at a club. A club. Yep. Drag shows right. For adults, not children. All right? Nope. Not children. Now, if you want to take your kids to see a drag show at the club, go ahead. That's perfectly fine. But you know what
I wouldn't say it was fine.
I mean, it's not fine, but if you get your underage kid into a club to see drag queens, hey, more power to you. You're just a bad parent.
Mm-hmm. Something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you up here in your cabeza.
A viral video, excuse me. A viral video shows the drag queen busting a lap dance-like move on the apparent teenager at Forsyth Technical Community College Pride Fest, which students as young as 14 were invited to attend. The busty dancer then briefly wraps her legs around the student as the girl sits in a chair at an on-campus restaurant where the drag show was held, according to footage posted by the conservative blah, blah, blah. After doing a stripper-style dance, the drag queen then gives the student a hug as onlookers cheer. Wow.
What the hell's wrong with these people?
According to the footage, which sparked outrage among some right-wing circles online, parents of the children under 18 were not notified of this event in advance. Blah, blah, whatever. The student's name and age were not immediately clear. Dibley said in the school in Winston-Salem is now considering revising campus policies regarding events that are open to underage students. And there's a picture of it right there of the drag queen doing a lap dance on the teenager. Ridiculous.
Yo, Tarek.
And there's another picture right there. Some more.
Mr. Tarek.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. I want to get something straight. All right, I'm not on a campaign to get rid of these folks. All right, I want to make that perfectly clear.
Oh no.
I don't have to agree with your lifestyle to like you or what have you. All right. What you want to do with your life, that's between you and God. I have nothing to say about that.
Right.
But when you bring children into it, unfortunately, we have irresponsible people out here, parents out here, that are taking their kids to this stuff. This is supposed to be adult entertainment. Adult entertainment. I don't want a stripper on a pole at school in front of my grandkids. Okay? I don't understand that, they think that we're on this campaign to end the LGBTQ, which I don't understand why they're being even brought into the conversation, because it's drag queens, but we're not on a campaign to end you. We're on a campaign to stop this from happening in front of children.
Right.
We don't want our kids drinking when they're 12 years old. We don't want our kids doing drugs when they're 12 years old. We don't let children do a lot of things that are meant for adults to do.
Right.
And, I'll be honest with you. When I was a teenager, I had friends whose parents would buy us alcohol and all kinds of stuff like that.
Of course.
At the time I was enjoying myself getting drunk and all that. But there are laws against that.
Right.
It shouldn't happen.
Right.
But if you're an adult and you want to get drunk, more power to you. There's laws that say that you can't drink and drive. It should be a no-brainer, but people do it anyway.
Right.
That's why we have these laws. That's why we should have laws saying that you can't have kids at these drag shows, and they shouldn't be putting them on at schools. And I mean, it should be a no-brainer, but unfortunately, there's just people out there that will do it.
Oh, we gotta guess. I'm just me. Good morning, guys. Great shows all week. Keep it going.
Oh,
Thank you
thank you.
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That means a
Appreciate
lot.
you.
I'm not just saying that. It means a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, man, go ahead, man.
You know, once again, I'll say it over and over again. I'm not out to end anybody. I'm not trying to stop you from having your fun. I just don't want you doing this stuff in front of children.
Right.
Is that too much to ask? You know, they get on the news and they say that we're putting out this anti-LGBTQ ABC, whatever. Nobody's putting out laws against you.
The alphabet.
Yeah. Nobody's putting out laws that are trying to stop you from doing what you're doing. Just trying to stop you from being irresponsible and doing it in front of children. And another thing, you talk to people that are part of the gay community that are like older generation,
right?
They're not for this stuff either. They will tell you, you know, they fought a long time just to be accepted into society, and these folks are setting them back. And why are you adding them in with that, with, you know, the lesbians and gays and all that? Why is that even part of that?
Right.
Right. This is something separate. If you happen to be gay and you're a drag queen, yeah, but why is it got to be linked in with that community? They're not wanting that.
Right. So here's my question, right? Here's my question. So they tell us it's about who love. They love who they love. And we love who we love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where do the pedos, what community are they a community by themselves?
No, they're trying to link them in with them too.
As they should, I think. What do you think?
Well, I mean, knowing people who are gay, and you know, they're my friends. Some of them are family. I consider them part of my family.
Right.
You know, I love them for them.
Right.
I hate seeing stuff like, you know, the pedos being linked in with the gay community. That seems unfair and just wrong. Why are we trying to make it normal? Because it's not normal.
I mean, honestly, man, none of it's normal. Realistically,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's an old clip of Whoopi Goldberg where she's talking about Roman Polanski, the director, and he had sex with the 13-year-old. All right. Now, whether this girl said she wanted to have sex with him, it's still, she's underage. She's not at the age of consent.
Right.
It's the R word. I know we can't say that or we'll get kicked off, but it's still, you know, molestation.
I don't know. I don't know what's allowed on YouTube. I don't know. I've heard some people say it and some people don't. I don't know.
But Whoopi has the nerve to say, you know, well, it was rape, but it wasn't rape. I'm sorry. I hope I don't get us kicked off.
Right. What is rape?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the hell does that even mean? That goes to show the mentality. That goes to show the mentality of those women on The View, which is a trash show. I don't know how that's even still on the air.
Because they keep it on. They keep it on.
I wouldn't listen to any of those idiots. They got a lot of sheep in that audience, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, of course. They handpick them. They handpick the sheep. Hey, are you woke? All right, come on. Are you woke? All right, come on. Everybody is woke. Raise your hand. All right, come on. It's
just
crazy,
don't get
man.
the mentality,
it is crazy.
man.
It is crazy. But like I said, like you were saying, man, I got in my family too, man. I got in my family. They don't try to force it down my throat. They don't try to,
Exactly.
hey, guess what, nephew? I'm gay. Okay. I've known this since I was a child. You don't gotta tell me, I know. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like they want you to say it, they want you to say it, they want you to sing it, they want you to learn it. There was a guy here in West Virginia that was running for, I forgot what seat. And I was talking to him, and he was like, hey, win this seat, I'm going to bring in LGBTQ history. I said, huh? LGBTQ history? I said, what history? How far back? So you want to teach LGBTQ history in school?
Okay, well then teach about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
What happened in that?
You want me to vote for you now that you told me this, that you want to bring in LGBTQ history? So so does that replace American history?
Mm-hmm.
Does that replace Black history? I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, fine. All right, you want to teach LGBTQ history? Okay, who in the LGBTQ is it that I need to know about? I mean, I get it. I mean, we all got a history, but there's nobody in that's important to me. Only thing I need to know about is my history and American history. That's it. I don't need to know about, who the first gay person was and what they did in their life, or what they created, or what protein shake they made. I don't need to know none of that. I don't care. Hold on, we got one message. Okay, I'm just wrote again and show it on the screen. Right, we all have gay people in our family. They were just gay, not all this nonsense that trans people are doing. If you look at your genitals and you think you are the opposite, you need mental help. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I heard that.
Man. That's right. We all got them in our family.
I have a cousin who's trans, and he doesn't like his own sex because his father had molested him when he was a child.
Well, see, I can understand stuff like that, but most of them say they were born like that. Do you believe they're born like that? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I just don't see how you're born that way. I mean,
me neither. You might have been taught it.
I'm not inside people's minds. I don't know what people think. I can't say if that's real or not. I just know that because it's kind of become a fad that community is growing, like, I mean, more than you've ever seen in history.
Right.
So I think it has to do more with societal pressures than it does with you actually being that way. Have you seen that Jazz Jennings, that kid?
Yes, that's a sad story, man. I felt sorry for her, actually.
I do too,
because her parents should have stopped her.
Well, they shouldn't have put that on television in the first place. Now you're pressured
People
into
doing anything just to get on TV, man.
I know, but I mean, you put them out in the public like that, you're pressuring them to live that way, even if you changed your mind. You know what I mean? Right. That should have been something that was private with that family. It shouldn't have been put out there. That shouldn't be on social media. It shouldn't be on television, because you got a kid. I mean, how many of you have children that one day they want to be a cowboy or an astronaut or whatever, and then the next day they've changed their mind?
You know how many things I wanted to be as a child? I wanted to be Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be Batman, Aquaman. Plastic Man.
Yep.
Can I be all those things? Can I fly in the sky? Can I bend on the doors?
You know, they tell you can be anything you want, and that's really not true.
Realistically, you could be.
Realistic.
But, yeah.
I mean, what they should say is if you strive, you have the same opportunities as other people to become whatever you want.
Right.
Whether that's a lawyer, a doctor, or an astronaut.
Mm.
But realistically, you cannot necessarily be those things.
Right.
Just because you think it in your head, you may not have the grades or the brains to be one of those things. Mm. You may not be physically able to do certain jobs. I'm gonna get a little biblical here.
Oh, feel free, brother. Feel free.
When Satan came to the Garden of Eden in the form of a serpent, you know how he was able to tempt Eve with that fruit? He appealed to her desire to become God or more like God. Okay?
That's the first time I heard it said like that.
Which is why, God said to stay away from the fruit of the tree of knowledge. But Satan's like, hey, you can be like God if you just eat that fruit. You're gonna have all this knowledge. You're gonna, you can be just like him. And that's just not true. And so many people are trying to make you feel like you can be your own God, that you can magically wave your hand and be whatever you want. Oh, well, I know I'm a man, but I want to be a female. Okay. Do you see the problems that a lot of people are having medically and physically? They're not
paying attention, man. They're not paying attention. The news don't show them that part. Other people that are going, are killing themselves. Oh, talk about that. I didn't put the story up. A flight attendant, trans flight attendant, killed herself. She said she couldn't take it no more.
And that's why? Because there's too much pressure.
That make CNN, that make Fox News. They don't want you to know that these people are having problems after they make the transition.
Yeah. That one that shot up everything at that school in Nashville. They're more worried that you got to.
There had to be a reason why that person did that.
They were more worried that you got to.
They just gonna do it themselves.
They're more worried that you got her pronouns wrong. They cared more about that than the kids that got killed. There's something wrong with you up here. That Sonny Holston's like, oh, you need to stop talking about mental health. It is mental health. There's got to be an underlying problem why you feel the way you feel.
They want them to be in the military. Hell no. Look, I already got problems as it is. Just being me, joining the military and going overseas. So,
how we had talked the other day, how they said, the human brain really doesn't develop fully until I think you're 25.
Right.
All right. If you're over the age of 25 and you still feel that way, then more power to you. More power to you. But I still think that you should have to go through years of therapy. Right. Not 3 months.
There's an age limit.
Not 6 months.
There's an age limit for drinking. But I don't put an age limit on you want to change your sex. That's crazy.
Let's say if you still feel that way after therapy and everything else, then go for it. That's between you and God. I have no say so in what you do with your body. I'm just saying you should probably think about it for a long time before you make it a life altering decision like that.
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, listen. If your child comes out to you and say, "Mom, I don't feel like a boy. I don't feel like a girl." You know, there's certain things you can do to fix that, right? Without just chopping your son's penis off or having your daughter's vagina turn into a penis. You can actually, right during that time when they say that, there's some shots and injections they can get to help with that imbalance in their body.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff you can do before you can decide to say, all right, son, I'm gonna go in and let's go to the doctor and see what they can do to get you feel like a girl. You can go and get injections.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody was even talking about that. Like, where's the science that y'all keep talking about?
I mean,
there's science.
A boy might have low testosterone.
Right. But they keep talking about the science. Follow the science. But
A
you don't want to practice on the science.
A female could have low estrogen levels, you know? It could be a chemical imbalance, and that's it.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
How many girls do you know that go through that tomboy phase in their life?
Tons. And they still girls.
And they're still girls. Just because, you know, they like to wear boys' clothes and play baseball, it doesn't mean that they're automatically a boy. But they're pushing them towards that stuff nowadays.
Right.
And they may not feel that way. You know, they could feel like that until they turn 16 and all of a sudden, oh, well, I like boys and I want to be
there you go,
a boy.
Right.
And
give them a chance.
Give them a chance.
Bro.
Exactly. That's just too young to push a kid into making a choice that's going to affect them for the rest of their life. You're going to have a kid that is going to end up like that Jazz Jennings, who's now like, oh, why did I do this? It's not fair.
I was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Had a friend. His brother. Now at this time, you know, the whole, you know, the gay thing was kind of new to everybody during that time. You know, it wasn't as popular as it is now.
Yeah.
My brother had my friend had a brother that was gay.
Mm-hmm.
He would come to school. He would come, you know, with tights and heels and wigs and makeup. And during that time, you know, I looked at my friend like my brother. So I started playing hooky from school because he didn't want to go to school during the time his brother was going to school. Every time his brother go to school, he would sit in the corner. He would act like he wasn't there. So eventually, me and my friend, we got caught, you know, from skipping school, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, miss any more days of school, you're going to be, you know, have to be sent away, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
The next following day, I found out my friend killed himself.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because he didn't want to come to school with his brother dressing like that.
Mm. It's sad.
So
well,
it doesn't just affect you, the person that's, you know, having that feeling the way that you feel, you don't feel, you know, it affects people in your family too.
Yep.
Because some people can understand it, understand how to deal with it, and others don't. So I wanted to share that story with you because just to let you know that it affects other people in your family too when you're going through those type of feelings and emotions inside your body. Man.
Yeah. So I'm not against these folks. I'm not.
Oh, I'm not either. I'm not. I just don't want you to try to shove it down my throat.
Yeah. I don't want that. And I just think that you should, as I said before, you should go through therapy and other things before you just make a decision like that. And that's why I don't think that children should be exposed to it.
Right. As a child, you're already going through all kind of thoughts and feelings and emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And you pushed out on them. It's like, even more. Mom, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused.
Yep.
The world's already confused for children. It's already confusing as it is.
It's hard enough for a kid.
I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get my mind right. I'm going through puberty. And then I got this other stuff coming in. I'm like, what is this? Mom didn't tell me nothing about this. Dad didn't tell me nothing about this. Yes, because I guess in a way it's important. I guess. Is it important? Is it important for Is it important for us to introduce our children to the LGBTQ at a young age?
I don't think in the sense that the way they're doing it, I don't think so.
I mean, at this point, we have no choice. We got to introduce to them. We got to tell them. I mean, well, I didn't want to tell my son about it, but I had to. I was like, oh, no. It's coming to him.
I want to say the way they're going about it, I think is wrong. But I do think that it's your responsibility as a parent to sit down and talk to your children about these things. Because, I mean, you know, I have 2 boys and both of them are gay.
Right.
All right. So my grandchildren, and they're around them.
Right.
And they understand because, you know, we've talked to them about, you know, this is the way they feel. Right. This is their life.
Right.
But that should be something that's done within the family.
Right.
And I just don't think that, you know, introducing them to drag shows and stuff is the way to go about it.
Right. Right.
You know, you don't want God being pushed on the kids at school. That should be something that's done at home, right?
Yeah.
Well, same thing goes with all this stuff they're doing or trying to do.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Have you have you seen the SFGC choir?
No.
Right.
Oh, wait a second. Is that the one that says that sings that song about we're coming for your children or something like that?
Yeah. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did see that.
Oh man.
How I raise my child is my business, not yours.
Right.
I'm not going to step into your household and say, "Hey, Tarek, Mary, your son needs to be disciplined this way," and what? No.
Right.
That is not my business. That is between you and your wife. Not my decision. If I don't want my child exposed to that, then I shouldn't be forced and allowed that to happen at school or even at the library. It should be a neutral place where you can make that decision for yourself.
Let's see here. For those that have not seen the video that we're talking about, I'll play a little bit for y'all. Give us some time to get our
we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done. So to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you.
I have a message for you.
We're sinful.
You already have equal rights.
You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened.
I'm not frightened.
You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Funny, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. You can keep them from disco, warn about San Francisco, make him wear pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
At first I didn't get why you'd be so scared of us turning your children into accepting, caring people, but I see now why you'd have a problem with that.
Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protests. Oh, and you'll be disgusted. So gross. When they start finding things online that you've kept far from their sight. Like information. Guess what? You'll still be alright. We'll convert your children, yes we will. reminder. Gen Z's gayer than Grinder. Learn to love, learn to vogue, face your fate. We'll convert your children. Someone's gotta teach them not to hate. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children.
That's enough.
You know,
just in case, for those that haven't seen it, I play a little bit. I told them to play a little bit for you.
I've never taught my children to hate anyone.
Right.
Anyone. I don't care who you are. I've never taught my children to hate. What they are doing by forcing this down your throat is they're making you want to hate them. I mean, how would you feel if I came in and bombarded you with something that I cared about and just, you know, trying to make you try to make you, you know, care about something that I care about?
Right.
I mean, you would rebel against that, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Geez, man. I don't want to hate anybody. I don't.
No. See, we're both Christians. We're taught not to hate. We don't have hate in our system. That's no. Now we might, you know, dislike you, but we still have love for you.
Mm-hmm.
But hate, that's not the word we don't. You don't use that word. Hate is not a word that we use. We don't use hate.
Nope. I may not like the things that you do,
right?
But that doesn't mean that I have to hate you.
Exactly.
I mean, geez, how many of you have people in your family that break the law? You know, somebody you know has robbed someone.
Right.
Okay. Well, I still love you because you know you're your family or your friend or whatever, but I hate the fact that you're robbing folks.
Right.
You know?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have coming to another part of the show. Trans athletes. Do they belong in sports?
They should have their own category.
I think they deserve their own league.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but a man, physically, this is a fact that most men, and I know there's exceptions, but for the majority, men are going to have better muscle mass. They're going to have better bone mass.
Right.
Your center of gravity is different than what a woman's is. You're going to have advantages as a man. I don't care if you put on a dress and you take hormones. You're still going to have advantages over a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not fair to a female who has spent their life training, doing everything they can to be the best athlete that they can.
Right.
If a man steps in and who is average for a man and still be able to beat you as a woman, that is not fair.
No,
that is not right. And how anybody thinks that that's okay is beyond me. You want to be able to participate in sports, they should have a different league for that.
I agree. I'm all for that. I'm all for a trans athlete league, trans basketball association, trans football league, trans Olympics. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
But there's no reason that a man that thinks and feels like a woman should be participating with women's sports.
That's why you don't see men and women playing on the same field.
Right.
Or the same court.
Right. And then if we were, that'd be different.
It's just a biological
fact.
It'd
be different if we were, but it's not. That's not happening.
It's just a biological fact that men are going to have.
Hold on. Tennis does it now, where they do the team.
Yeah.
Man, woman on one team, man, woman on the other team in tennis matches. They do that.
Okay. But
But
that's
the only sport I see that have done that.
if it's something like that, I guess if there's something that equalizes it out, then
But
I guess
that's the only sport I've seen it. Only one. But
yeah. I I don't know, man. If it to me, if you had something like chess, okay, well there's an equal playing field there.
right, chess, right.
But basketball, football,
No.
track, any of these things, it's not an equal playing field, and it's not fair. It's not right.
Not at all.
You know, if you want to have in school, you want to have a trans basketball team, and you want to offer them a scholarship for that,
Right.
go for it. But
agree.
for a biological male to come in and to play, let's just take basketball for instance, and they outshine all the women and they take a scholarship away from a biological female, that is not fair.
Right. Well, tell you what, this is what we're going to do. Let's see what the scientists have to say about this.
Oh Lord.
The scientists. What do the scientists have to say? Let's do that. Let's
Can you even trust the scientists?
What did the scientists say about the situation? Let's see. Let's do that. What did the scientists say? And wrong one. My fault. Wrong one. Here we go. And put that there. And what is this? No, I don't want that. Get off. There we go. Do transgender athletes have a place in sports? Let's see. Transgender athletes, hypostatic union, or smoke screen. I am convinced that transgender women and girls are, in fact, women and girls. No other characterization of their nature is a fair assessment. Thus, it is unjustified to regard them as two separate entities. Transgender and women for sports competition. At the core of the national debate about transgender competitors is a debilitating prejudice that ignores their humanity.
Sorry, but facts don't care about your feelings.
Let's see. Disregard for humanity has historical precedence. Unfortunately, this disregard has historical precedence. The most notable attempt to view individuals as less than a whole person happened in early Christian theology. The controversial idea of a hypostatic union held that two distinct natures mysteriously joined in Jesus Christ, divine and human. This debate lasted for centuries. In the Council of Chalcedon, the council declared that the two natures of Christ are conquering in one person and one subsistence, not parting or divided into two persons, but one and the same Son and only begotten God, the Word, the Lord Jesus Christ. In simpler terms, Jesus is one without division or separation.
But he's also God. I'd say if, you know, I do believe that trans people should be able to participate in sports, but it should be against other trans athletes.
Totally agree, man. Totally agree.
I mean, if you're truly transgender, if you are truly transgender, then you should be able to play, but you should be playing against other transgender people.
Okay, let's see what she says here. Dear Mrs. Smallwood, I too want transgender women to enjoy dignity, grace, and respect. I want to have equal access to healthcare, housing, employment, and sports. We seem to only disagree about how to define equal access in sports. let's think about from the perspective of female athletes, people born female and an identity and identify as female. Title, blah blah blah. Passed 51 years ago and radically expanded sports opportunities for girls and women. Yet boys still enjoy 1 million more high school sports opportunities than girls. Male college athletes still have 60,000 more sports opportunities than women. Huh. I don't know about that. I don't think there's more male. I don't think there's male sports than female sports. Only one I know that females do not do is football. But actually, they do. They do it in lingerie.
The lingerie league. But
yeah,
that's just for show. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry, honey. I've watched a couple of the lingerie football league.
I don't see too many females playing hockey.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen that either. I haven't seen no females play hockey either. Huh? Ladies, guys, y'all questions that's watching. Why do y'all know? Why don't y'all play hockey or football? Well, regular football with the cleats and the tackle. Why? I would love to see an actual competitive full tackle women football league. I think it'd be real sexy.
You remember me telling you that I went to school and was friends with Quentin Coriat?
No.
Okay, so you know who Quentin Coriat is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he went to Texas A&M, and you can look it up on YouTube. But he made a play that's been called The Hit, and I forgot what team they were playing. I think it might have been Texas State. I don't remember, but anyway, irregardless, he had hit this guy, and he hit him so hard it broke the dude's collarbone and all kinds of other stuff. I mean, just laid him out on the field. Okay, he was one of the very few I ever seen that laid out Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare.
Right. Yeah.
Him and Steve Atwood, I think, were the only ones I ever saw that actually just laid him out. But I mean, that dude, we were in practice one day and he hit me like that. I mean, it didn't break any bones, but it made me see stars. That made me quit playing football.
Wow.
Because, I mean, that dude was a monster. He could hit. Could you imagine him doing that to a female?
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be living to see the next day.
Nope. Could you imagine a Steve Atwood or a Ronnie Lott hitting a female with full force? It'd kill them.
Right.
It does that much damage to a man. What would that do to a woman?
I mean, you saw what happened to the one girl. There's a trans female in MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what she did to
broke that girl's skull.
She broke her skull.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen no other girls break another female skull. I'm just saying.
That should be assault.
No, she signed up for this.
I know, but still, a man hitting a woman, that's assault, man. I don't care if you did sign up for it. That's assault.
Well, you know what we was talking about yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday's show.
Equal
feminism.
rights. Yep.
Equal rights. Y'all ask for equal rights. You ask for equality. Sometimes equality. This is what happens with equality. This is what happens. Too much equality and get your ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
Too much. Oh man, crazy world we live in.
Crazy. It's a crazy world. Yeah.
Anyway,
damn good show.
Yes, damn good show. Hodge twins, that's man. Them boys are funny, man. I love them guys, man.
We're Hodge twins light.
We're the Oreo twins. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen. We need y'all to tell us how y'all feel about these shows we did. Something. Let us know how you feel. I know you're watching. Thank y'all for watching. I know y'all watching because I see y'all are watching the shows.
Yep.
But we want you to come in and tell us what you think. Don't hide.
That's
Don't
right.
try to escape this situation.
Even if you don't agree. Even if you don't agree.
Like I said, we're gonna keep it nice and we're gonna keep our feelings out of it. We're gonna let you speak. We're not gonna say no, we're gonna call you no names. Hopefully you don't call us no names. This is an open platform for you to speak. No prejudice on this channel. No prejudice at all. None. The link has always been there. The link, or you can just leave a comment. Thank you. I'm Just Me for commenting on the show. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Did we get any other comments besides the highs and thank you guys yesterday?
No, nothing.
Well, I mean, we appreciate those, but you know, give us your opinion.
They just don't want to comment. They scared to say something. But that's all right. We know you're watching. Hopefully, some of y'all learned something. That's the good thing. That's the good thing. Closing statements, my brother Kyle.
Well,
what should I say, Coyote? What Coyote?
You call me Coyote.
Brother Coyote. Any closing statements, man?
I'm just gonna say, don't let hate rule your life. But you also have morals. You can still disapprove of what someone's doing without being hateful. And also on the whole thing about Trump, if you are a conservative and you want to protest, that is your right to do so. But if you have any respect for our political party, do it in a peaceful way.
Amen.
No violence, no destruction. We are not animals. We are not Antifa and all these other groups that are going out and causing mayhem. We have scruples. We have morals. You know, just be peaceful about your protests. Don't hurt anyone. You know, don't go burning buildings or breaking in windows and all that other kind of stuff.
Nothing.
Yeah, you're just going to make things worse.
Right.
Yeah, don't give the mainstream media and politicians any ammo against us. They're doing just fine on their own.
Right. Right. They're doing just fine on their own. They don't need no more help.
That's right. And Jacob Ainsley, I'm so glad he was released from prison.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes, he was released yesterday. Yes, he was.
Yep.
Yes.
And the video evidence.
Can we get the rest of them out? There's a lot more that's still in there for no reason at all.
You know, the ones on video that you saw that were breaking windows and tearing down doors and all that other stuff.
Those are the ones that belong
you deserve to get whatever punishment they dole out, but that also needs to be fair. But the ones that just walked through and like Jacob did, they showed he was very respectful. He was compliant.
Mm-hmm.
I know Nancy Pelosi and those idiot lawyers.
Where's the laptop?
The Nancy's laptop, or
where's Nancy's laptop?
I don't know. I wonder what was on that laptop.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know who has a laptop, we would like to see it too.
But you see, they lied about Jacob. They said that he was unruly and they had to restrain him and force him out. The video showed that he not only left when he was asked to, but he even thanked them and was very cordial. Ain't nobody forced him out of the Capitol. He went out on his own validity, and he was very respectful.
Right.
And
there was so many lies, but on January 6th, man, so many lies.
Yeah.
So many lies. They claim all these police officers died, and
not one police officer died that day.
One police officer died, and he died from natural causes.
Yeah, and it was a couple of days later.
Oh, hold on. We did lose a female. I forgot her name. What was her name?
Ashley Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt.
And she was a protester who got shot unjustly. Why is that guy?
You felt threatened from an unarmed white lady climbing through a window.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she deserved, to get shot dead in the chest.
Yeah, that was what do you
and
call
the
it?
gentleman that did it is walking free.
Yep.
Just
getting a pat on the back.
I saved America.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You killed a female.
Hey.
That's police brutality.
And they got away with it.
Got away with it. That's police brutality.
There you go. There you go. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the longest show we did today. This was a long one.
Yeah. got a lot to say. I got a hell of a lot more to say, but we ain't got all day. So.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in. We will not be going tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. Saturday and Sunday are our days off. Enjoy time with the family. And I haven't picked the show for Monday yet, so I'll have to let my brother know what it is for week, but we're gonna have something nice and spicy for you Monday. 9 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Central time, right?
Yes, sir. I will have to end at a good time on Monday because I'm having a procedure done that day. But I am going to spend my morning with y'all before I have to go in the hospital. So
beautiful.
And I will be back on Tuesday.
What's that, man?
I will be back on Tuesday.
Perfect. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you seen it at the bottom of strolling on by. Make sure you go to my brother from Another Mother's channel, the Bob's Broadcast. Like I said, man, he got good vibes for you. Like I said, man, I don't know if you get good vibes from this show, but if you go to his channel, he'll make sure to put some good vibes in you, make you feel good spiritually, make you feel good. Great interviews with rock and roll stars, authors, life coaches, and you also get some good comedy as well. You might see my video and wherever my other brother at, Jamil Comedy Peterson. I don't know where he at.
Oh,
I think he flushed himself in the toilet yesterday. He had to get a plumber, get him out, unclog him out the toilet. But anyway,
one other thing, I have to say a big thank you because I believe some of you have gone over to my channel from here because I got quite a few subscribers over the last few days.
Love it.
I really appreciate that. I can't thank you enough.
Love it. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Like I said, man, people watching, they just not coming.
I can understand why.
I understand why too. But like I said, you can look. You ain't got to show your face. You can put a fake name up in the comment section. We don't got to know who you are for real. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. God bless you all. And that's it, man. Oh, here we go. Let me say today. Thank God it's what?
Thank God it's Friday.
There you go. Thank God it's Friday. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, it's Friday.
Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern time and 8 a.m. Central time. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all.
It's Friday. And you ain't got nothing better to do.
Huh?
Yeah, and you ain't got nothing better to do. I'm going to get you high.
Thank you. All like a voice did.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Anyway, love y'all. while I was talking to myself, hold on. Let me add this real quick in the broadcast. It's the weekend. I know y'all are upset about Trump. I know someone's upset. Listen, obey the law.
Yes.
Don't do nothing stupid. Don't get no DUIs. Don't get no vandalism. None of that. We don't do none of that. We don't vandalize. We don't fight. None of that.
Nope.
So listen.
Don't hurt nobody.
Stay home. Enjoy your time with your family. And look, Trump is gonna be all right. Trust me, he's gonna be all right. Trump has the money to be all right. I know you're pissed. I'm pissed too. But he has the money to be all right. Just go out there, tell your family, 2024, we need to vote with common sense.
Amen to that.
That's it. Just vote with common sense. That's it. You see what's going on. What do you see at the grocery store? You see. You see. What do your utility bills look like? You see.
Yeah. What your gas bill look like?
Don't ignore what you see in front of your face. I know a lot of you try to ignore what you see. Don't do that.
That's
Don't
right.
do it. Don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. Protect yourselves.
Amen.
You deserve better. We deserve better. And that's it. We deserve better. So show it at the polls in 2024. Show it. Show that you want better and deserve better. And that's it. That's it. And sorry that I was talking to myself.